There's no bill on the table yet, but undocumented immigrants could soon be getting a license. Well, good evening. I'm Paul Butler. This is WBOC News at 7. Well, a task force has been examining what to do about undocumented immigrant drivers. Well, now a recommendation has been made. They say a driving privilege card is the answer. Our Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Kosloff spoke with members of the Hispanic community who say they hope it happens, and soon.
It's a well-known fact in many parts of Delaware that many people are driving without proper documentation. And those on the task force knew that, and that's why they say they want to give driving privileges to qualified immigrants. The steak was sizzling Tuesday afternoon. We're at Jalapeno in downtown Georgetown. There, owner Victor Paxtor says he's thrilled to hear about the task force's recommendation. A legal citizen, Paxtor shows us his license, but says in Georgetown this is not always the case.
The majority of people here in Georgetown don't have papers, but they need to work and have a life, so they need to drive.
The policy recommended by the task force would not give the card to all undocumented immigrants. First, they would have to pass a written test, an eye test, a road test, and they must show 2 years of tax returns. These cards would show that a person is driving legally, but would not be accepted for any other identification. Back in Jalapeno, undocumented immigrant Angel Ramos Otuk of Rehoboth Beach eats with his family. He says he lives in fear of a 2 a.m. sickness where he'd have to choose between following the law and driving his daughter to the hospital.
There are many risks because if all of a sudden we can be stopped by police. So one moves with fear when driving. So if a person had the license, they would travel differently with more security.
Absolute authority.
But many have voiced concern about the recommendation. Former GOP spokesman and analyst Duke Brooks says that there are concerns with cost, but even more important to him, he says many find it unfair to reward people for breaking the law in the first place.
Issuing a driver's license to someone that is here in the first place, not legitimately and not lawfully, confers upon them some degree of legitimacy that I think, frankly, they simply don't deserve.
No bill is proposed, but with the recommendation made, it's only a matter of time before the debate reaches lawmakers in Dover. Now, a lot of questions still do remain about how the program would actually work. For example, whether background checks would be issued or whether they would need fingerprints still remains to be seen. It's likely that a bill will be introduced by early 2015. From the Sussex County Bureau, Evan Kosloff, WBOC News. Back to you guys.